Who's starting the season as the Penguins' backup goaltender? Let's talk about that next. Yo ho everybody, and welcome to another edition of Yinzer on Hockey. Before we begin, make sure you go down below, hit that like button, click the subscribe button, and make sure you click the little bell so you stay up to date on all the off-season happenings. So, yesterday it was announced that the Pittsburgh Penguins have signed goaltender Tristan Jarry to a 2-year contract with an average annual value of $675,000 at the NHL level. So, we all know that Matt Murray is going to be the uncontested number one goaltender in Pittsburgh, but with this new contract, it raises the question as to who should begin the season as the Penguins' backup goaltender. Matt Murray has 2 years remaining at $3.75 million before he becomes a restricted free agent, and Casey DeSmith is on the final year of a $675,000 contract before he becomes an unrestricted free agent. Now, the 2-year contract that Tristan Jarry signed will leave him as a restricted free agent at the end of his contract. So let's run some comparisons and see who we think should be the backup goaltender for the Penguins next year. First off, we'll look at Matt Murray's numbers from last year. 49 games played, 45 starts, 27 wins, 16 losses, 3 overtime losses. Had a .907 save percentage and a .292 goals against. Tristan Jarry in the regular season had 26 games played, 23 starts, 14 wins, 6 losses, 2 overtime losses, a .908 save percentage, and a 2.77 goals against. So very similar to Matt Murray, although not stellar. Casey DeSmith last year had 14 games played, 11 starts, 6 wins, 4 losses, 1 overtime loss, a .921 save percentage, and a 2.4 goals against average. So, in the small sample, he obviously had the best statistical numbers. But I think in the current situation that the Penguins find themselves, they're going to be very tight against the salary cap next year again. With Jake Gensel due a big contract. And now that you have Tristan Jarry locked up for the next couple of years, I think it's time to start to transition to Jarry. Let Casey DeSmith man the fort down in Wilkes-Barre Scranton, and let Tristan Jarry be the full-time backup in Pittsburgh. That's my opinion. You've got him locked up for at least another 2 years, plus the restricted free agent time. I just think it makes more sense from a managerial standpoint and from a continuity standpoint to just go ahead and bring Jarry in now and let him back up Matt Murray. Tristan Jarry was a lot like Matt Murray in the sense that the more he played, the better he got. After he played 2 or 3 games in a row, the third game was always his best as he developed more consistency. And that would be the argument for leaving him in Wilkes-Barre to maintain that consistency. He is waiver eligible where Casey DeSmith is not. And if you needed to bring a goaltender up and send one back down, obviously Jarry would be the choice for that because he's waiver exempt at his age. Whereas Casey DeSmith, if he starts the season on the NHL roster, he would have to go through the waiver process, and with a lot of teams in the NHL needing a solid backup goaltender, there is a possibility that Casey DeSmith would not clear waivers, especially with the NHL experience that he has now. So that would be an argument for having Tristan Jarry start the year in the AHL, and you can bring him up and recall him as needed from the AHL affiliate. But that's just my personal opinion. I like the Tristan Jarry signing. I think he is a great backup goaltender. I think he is going to be a very good goaltender at the NHL level when he does finally break through and get the consistent playing time that he needs to prove that he is an NHL-worthy goalie. I think he's going to get that in the future. And whether or not we're able to sign him again as a restricted free agent at the end of this current contract, whether or not we're able to keep Casey DeSmith beyond this year, that might be, that might dictate how they decide to go with it. Maybe they do decide to trade Casey DeSmith for some assets, being as though he's coming up on a free agent, on free agency. Maybe they decide to trade him in the long run. Maybe he's an asset that they throw in for, any upgrades at the trade deadline or something like that. Maybe that's just my thoughts on it. My opinion is, I think Tristan Jarry is going to be the backup goaltender for the foreseeable future. So why not bring him in, get him adapt to the role, and go from there. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think the Penguins' backup goaltender should be at the start of the year? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And until I see you next time, have a good day.